Welcome back to the Sonic Locker Room. This is Bill Althouse of Sideliner Sports, and we're celebrating our 18th year, bringing you the best and the brightest from Eastern Jackson County and the metro area. We're going to have a lot of fun today with our guests from Fort Osage High School. First year girls track and field coach Kelly Rumpel has brought a few of his outstanding performers to join us on the show today. Kelly, 22 years as a member of the staff. Last year, when J.D. Sneed announced his retirement, you took over the program. What's it like running the show after being a valued member of the staff for more than 2 decades?
It's been a little bit of a challenge, kind of on the administrative end, doing entries and those sorts of things. All the behind the scenes things that JD, you take for granted the head coach does. I'm kind of doing that, scheduling the buses and those sorts of things. But it's been fun. It's been a good learning experience. And Eric Holmes, the boys coach, he's been here even longer than I have. Been a valuable asset, helping me out in any way he can. So.
Oh, that's great. What are you expecting from the team this year?
I think last year we finished about third in the conference. I would feel comfortable saying we could probably finish around there or maybe better this year. We've got a good mix of youth with some experience coming back, so looking forward to that this year.
2 of the juniors that Coach Rumpel are expecting big things from this year, Kinley Culbertson and Layla Dunlop. Kinley, man, if there's a distance event at a track meet, you're involved with it, along with the 300-meter hurdles. How do you go about selecting your events? Do you have a favorite, or is it just whatever the team needs on that day?
I'm originally a cross-country runner, so I'm used to I'm used to running longer distances. So I can really fill in wherever that coach might need me at that event. I prefer the 2-mile just because it's a little more used to what I normally do. Mm-hmm. But and the 300-meter hurdles is something new for me. I just wanted to try it out, and I just kind of go wherever Rumpel says he wants me. So.
300-meter hurdles. I've seen some crazy moments during the hurdles. How many practices, how many meets did it take with you participating in that event before you felt like you could just go out and compete and not be worrying about a big blowout over a hurdle?
So far, I've only participated in 1 meet, but it takes a lot of practice to get comfortable, because it's one thing getting the technique, it's another thing getting the confidence to run over it at speed without getting worried about falling over. But it's just something that you have to accept as a hurdler. Everyone falls. It just happens. And the only way that you're going to push past that is just getting confident enough to do it, because that's the only way it's going to help.
The 800, the 1600, the mile, and the 2-mile. Among all those events, you said that the 2-mile was something that you're more accustomed to because of your background in cross country. Do you have a game plan for each event? The 800, I think, is the most challenging race there is, because it's just basically a flat-out sprint around the track twice. How do you approach each of those events?
Like you said, I think the 800 is the hardest event. It is a lot of, you run a 400 and then you run another 400. There's not really enough. There's not enough distance to allow yourself to settle into a pace. You just have to go. The mile is a little bit more strategic, in my opinion, because you have to make sure you are hitting your splits, hitting the times, because you can't slow down. You do have to increasingly get faster, which is, of course, hard, but it's a lot of mental fortitude. The 2-mile, in my opinion, probably has the least amount of strategy, because it is so many laps to where you just kind of have to go. Obviously, you're trying to keep going faster, keep trying, but a lot of it is a mental game, and I think 2-milers just need to have mental strength.
Coach, when you hear a young lady break down each event like that, I think we might be talking to a future coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What does she bring to the team?
Just her leadership. She's a good quality individual, great grade. His effort is, if we need her to stick her in something, she's willing to do it for the team. So,
Kinley, when did you start competing in the track and field? Was it in middle school?
Yeah, it was my 7th grade year, but I've been a runner all my life.
Okay. Now, being a runner all your life, are those distance events just something that come natural to you?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Even if you've been doing it for long, there are some people who are naturally just going to be better. I think the mental part comes naturally to me because I don't struggle as much on that aspect. But athleticism is something you can only work on so much because some people just have that naturally. But it doesn't discourage me. I go out there, I do what I enjoy, and I try to run my best time.
Good for you. I love that approach. Layla Dunlop, what are you involved with the Fort Osage Indians track and field team?
I do the 100, the 300 hurdles.
300 hurdles, crazy event. How do you approach that event?
Like Kelly said, you have to be really gentle with it. You can't overthink it, otherwise you might mess up. And when you mess up, it messes up the whole entire thing. You have to have a healthy speed.
Now, did you compete in that in middle school?
Yeah, I started 8th grade year. I did hurdles. We didn't have 300, only 100. I really enjoyed it, so when I came to high school, I started doing it for Coach Rumpel.
How long did it take you back in 7th and 8th grade to master an event where if you make a mistake, it can be quite painful?
I just learned to just keep going and keep trying until I was really good at it, and I don't know. It's kind of an easy sport, kind of, not really.
Footwork is so important in both the hurdle events. Are you at a point now as a junior member of the track and field team where you just like you just said, basically you just feel comfortable going out because you are so familiar with it and you've kind of mastered that aspect?
Yeah, once you do it for a while, it comes natural. You have to do a lot of leg work, arm work, just to keep us at a comfortable.
Coach, you have young ladies, and you also work with some of the guys. They may not even see each other during a meet. Yet some of the greatest bonds I've ever seen in my 43 years as a sports writer and 18 years here at the Sonic Locker Room are track and field teams. How do you maintain the culture that J.D. Sneed created for so many years and make these group of individuals feel like they're part of a team?
Well, first of all, I never try to be like J.D. Sneed. I can only be Kelly Rumpel, be the best Kelly Rumpel can be. But a lot of this is the leadership that the girls already have. I've seen my upperclassmen, even my sophomores training my freshmen, because some days when I have to go to the high jump, I would go to the high jump practice 2 days a week. The older kids will be teaching the younger kids kind of, the ropes and stuff like that. So they keep them accountable and stuff like that. And I have a great group of kids the last few years, man. They've been very responsible. I can trust them. They're the type of kids that say, hey, I need you to do this. And I don't have to go check and see if they're going to do it. So, for the most part, they're going to do it, every once in a while. And especially on the girls' side. Some of my boys, I'll tell them to do stuff, and they'll kind of as soon as I'm not looking, they're going to be not do it. And then I got to get on them about it. But the girls kind of hold each other accountable, and they help each other out and coach each other, and it's just kind of a natural thing. I wouldn't say it's anything special I do. I think it's the quality of kids that come out of Fort Osage that kind of do that.
You work with the hurdlers and the high jumpers. What do you enjoy about working with Layla?
Her tenacity. I call her the bulldog. She's just a tough kid. There's been times where everybody kind of falls, stuff like that. And being a hurdler, you got to have the mentality of, I tell kids it's like being a fighter pilot. If you want to be a good fighter pilot, you can't be scared to get in there and get shot down. It's just like you're not going to be a good fighter pilot if you want to be a good hurdler. The last thing in your mind is worried about falling and stuff like that. And it's happened to all of us. It's happened to myself. And it takes a special kid to just get back up and just keep doing it. It's a person that's got to really want to do that loves the hurdles, because she can be a beast at times.
Love it. Coach Kelly Rumpel, Kenley Culberson, and Layla Dunlop, we can't thank you enough for joining us today. Kelly, always fun visiting with a first-time coach here in the Sonic locker room. I hope you and the team have great success this year. And just want you to know you're always welcome here in the Sonic locker room.
Well, we appreciate you having us, and we look forward to future telecasts with you.